with another episode of Something Different, and this time I will be assessing one signing that every club should make in the January transfer window. Certain clubs need to up their game if they want to achieve their season-long goals, and one way they can do so is by investing in the upcoming transfer market. Yes, not many teams really make big moves in January, and big players generally do not move mid-season, but it can happen and has happened even recently. Look at the signings of Bruno Fernandes, Van Dijk and even Erling Haaland, as well as others. This January could be crucial for Premier League clubs. A pinpoint transfer now could completely alter the course of a team's season, and in this video I will be analysing who I think could possibly do that for each Premier League team. Here's something different. Now first off, we have Arsenal, and they will be hoping to finish the season in a UEFA Champions League spot. Having spent the most in the previous transfer window, it is likely they will not spend much, but a key spot for me is the striker position, with Aubameyang recently being stripped of the captaincy and possibly being shown the door, as well as Eddie Nketiah not signing a new contract. I believe they should go for 21-year-old Dusan Vlahovic. 16 Serie A goals in 18 games for Fiorentina this season. He is hot property at the moment and carries a heavy price tag at around 70 to 80 million. Other names include Calvert-Lewin, Isak and Luka Jovic, but I think Vlahovic is the best option for them. On to Aston Villa, who are also fairly busy in the transfer market, investing the 100 million they sold Jack Grealish for into other areas of the pitch. While it did not go smoothly at first and it resulting in Dean Smith's sacking, Gerrard may get the backing now. Names like Pau Torres and Connor Goldson have gone around, but who better than Premier League proven Joe Gomez, a man who has been a stern partner for Virgil van Dijk and someone who filled in for him exceptionally well last season for a while, and it seems like his time at Liverpool may be running out with the arrival of Konate. Gerrard also has the strong connection with Liverpool, and at only 24 years of age and Villa looking on the up, a possible loan move or even permanently would benefit both sides. Brentford now, a team that would hope to break into the top half of the table, and I'm going for Englishman James Tavernier. Traditionally, Brentford do not splash out the cash, and at the age of 30, the right back would not cost too much, but he brings a level of experience and he fits right into Thomas Frank's 3-5-2 system. Next we have Graham Potter's Brighton, who started off well but gradually dropped off. With most of the defenders being aged 29 or over, it seems like it may be time to invest in the youth, and one thing I will say is that they must keep Lamptey for at least the rest of the season. A man who has fallen out of favour with the arrival of Conte at Spurs is Joe Rodon, and I think he still has much to show and can show at a club like Brighton. Contrary to what I have just said, Burnley is next, and although they have a reputation of not spending much, their one signing, Maxwell Cornet, in the summer seems to have been possibly a signing of the season contender. For the Clarets, they should invest in a right back, with Matthew Lawton's contract expiring at the end of the season. Tariq Lamptey is who I believe they should go for, as he personifies a good balance between attack and defense. One team that are seen as title challengers now, as we go to London, the blue side in Chelsea. Unfortunate with injuries, Chelsea have a lot of work to do, and not just on the pitch, as they need to find a way to tie down Antonio Rudiger, who seems inevitably to be leaving, and Thiago Silva, who brings that calmness at the back. Christensen is another contract they need to extend, but for their signing, I'm going for someone who isn't really linked, but I believe could do well under Thomas Tuchel. That man is Serginho Dest. Having Chilwell out and Alonso replace him has shown Chelsea fans that he just cannot cope with the constant attacking pressure of the Premier League, and they need someone who can act as a backup for both right wing back and left wing back. And with Barcelona in need of money, this could be a match made in heaven. Vieira's Crystal Palace next, and while he was definitely backed in the summer window, another transfer to secure that defence would not hurt. A man who has been a revelation for Laj's Wolves is Ait Nouri, and I think he would thrive under Vieira. swiftly onwards to Merseyside. In more detail, Everton. Injury hits Everton sit in 14th, not ideal, but things seem to be on the up with the eventual return of Calvert-Lewin pending. One not issue but potential issue is Benitez's midfield, and I think Manchester United's Donny van de Beek could change that. He would not cost too much and has shown glimpses of class when he has played for the Red Devils, and this move could be the one to revitalise his career. From one injury hit team to another, as Leeds are in desperate need of a striker, and Arsenal's Eddie Nketiah could be a perfect fit. With his contract expiring this year, he would be cheap as chips, and Bielsa could develop the 22-year-old to become a great player. Continuing on from this, we have Leicester, who are in 9th, and also a team that would hope to achieve a top 4 spot this season. They definitely have the players, and one that could improve them is Watford's Ismaila Sarr. A step up for the Senegalese and one in the right direction could propel him to become even better than he already is and make Leicester's front line a real problem. Brendan Rodgers manages Leicester now, but a team that he once managed is up next in Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp has himself one of the best starting 11s out there, but after that there is a real drop in quality, as would have been noticed against Spurs and for most of last season. With AFCON around the corner, a man who could make a real difference is Rafinha, the winger for Leeds, being the only source of attacking output for them at the moment. Even when the players return from AFCON, him challenging Salah and Mane for those spots would only provide healthy competition and would be a fantastic fit into Klopp's side. Title holders now as we arrive at Manchester City. Yes, they score goals for fun nowadays, but you can't help but think what Pep Guardiola could do with a proper number 9 like he did with Aguero. Haaland does have a release clause active in the summer, but if he was to arrive in January, you could argue that this season would be already wrapped up. From the blue side of Manchester to the red as we shift to Manchester United. One key position for them is the defensive midfielder position, and it seems Ralf Rangnick may be getting the backing for a suitable option. I think they should go for Tchouaméni, the 21-year-old who plays for AS Monaco. Having played in the Nations League final and with Pogba on several occasions, he could be that technical player that they have wanted for a long time. Now to a team that seems to be set for a complete makeover in Newcastle United. They may be investing in several areas, but one player I think they must invest in is James Tarkowski. Having played in the Premier League for what seems like forever, and with his contract expiring in the summer, he would be cheap, saving money for other areas of the pitch. From one team in the relegation zone to another as we arrive at Norwich City, who have recently faced new management, and it seems like their main problem is their goal output. Pukki seems to be the only source, and his inconsistency does not help. So for the Canaries, I would recommend Orlando City striker Daryl Dike. Yes, it is a risk coming from the MLS, but 11 goals in 19 and only 21 years of age promises improvement, and Norwich very much need another goal scorer. Southampton are also in need of a finisher, and it seems they have not yet recovered from the shock transfer of Danny Ings. Armando Broja has shown some quality, but that is a short-term solution, so they should attempt to sign Championship striker Brereton Diaz. 19 goals in 23 games for Blackburn, and only 22 years old, highlights his potential, and despite his team not performing, he has kept them somewhat afloat. A team that needs to win a trophy this year is Spurs, and you would think Antonio Conte is their best chance. Kane is a world-class striker, and we all know that. It's only a matter of time before he starts firing again, and the rest of their attack seems to be sorted out. Their midfield has a plethora of options, but it's not the main concern. The defence is. And who better than someone that Conte's formerly managed in Stefan de Vrij? An addition to the Tottenham side that would almost guarantee improvement at the back. Another team with a leaky defence is Watford, so for them I would recommend young French talent from AS Monaco, Badiashile. Their main objective should be staying up, and with talents like Dennis and Ismaila Sarr up front, they should focus on keeping clean sheets. The young man is one for the future, but could possibly slot in at the back for them currently too, and who knows, maybe he could be the future replacement for Cathcart. East London club West Ham is next, and top 4 is the priority this season. To help them reach there, it is no surprise that I have gone for Jesse Lingard, who did brilliantly with the Hammers last season and would be available for a low fee with his contract expiring soon. Finally, we have Wolves. who possibly hope to finish in the top half and maybe even snatch a European spot. Following the Portuguese theme, a man who would solidify their midfield is Renato Sanchez. The main reason as to why he did not leave in the summer was due to his injury, but the player would fix up any midfield problems Large may face with Wolves. And that concludes who I think each team should sign in the January transfer window. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out my other videos. Let me know in the comment section who you think each club should sign, and if you enjoyed it, share the video with someone else. But until next time, goodbye.